What happens to your body and mind when you never sleep? A 7-day breakdown of total sleep deprivation. Did you know that the average human spends nearly 30 years of their life asleep, snoring, dreaming, and completely unaware of the world? But what would happen if you never closed your eyes again? Could endless waking hours unlock superhuman potential, or would your body and mind collapse in ways you can't even imagine? Before we dive in, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts. Could you survive without sleep for even 24 hours? Your answers may surprise you. Day 1. The illusion of normalcy. On the first day without sleep, most people feel surprisingly normal. If you've had a decent 6-8 hours of rest the previous night, your body operates on autopilot. Appetite, mood, and energy levels appear unaffected, giving you a false sense of invincibility. But your brain already knows something is off. Humans have evolved with a circadian rhythm, a natural internal clock that signals sleepiness around the same time each day, usually between 9 and 11 p.m. This clock ensures that the brain, the body's most energy-hungry organ, performs essential maintenance. Think of sleep as a nightly tune-up. Synapses are repaired, memories consolidated, and toxic byproducts flushed away. Scientific insight. A study published in Science shows that during sleep, the brain's glymphatic system actively removes metabolic waste, including beta-amyloid proteins linked to Alzheimer's. Skipping even one night starts to impair this critical detox process. Interestingly, your brain also produces melatonin, the hormone regulating sleep-wake cycles, which doubles as an immune booster. Without sleep, melatonin production still occurs, but the hormone's effectiveness is compromised, subtly weakening your immune defenses. By the evening of day 1, fatigue begins creeping in. Reaction times slow, your mood dips, and energy reserves start to deplete. Even minor cognitive tasks feel more taxing, though the effects remain manageable. Practical example. During WWII, German soldiers reportedly stayed awake for over 36 hours using stimulants to maintain operational readiness. While effective short-term, the cognitive costs were significant, highlighting how artificial means can override natural sleep cues but not the brain's inherent need for rest. Day 2. Energy crisis and hormonal chaos. On day 2, the effects of sleep deprivation become more noticeable. Your body still draws energy from reserves, and the brain attempts to compensate by temporarily boosting endorphins and natural opioids. This fleeting lift can make you feel slightly better at dawn, but it's a temporary illusion. Appetite hormones, leptin and ghrelin, become imbalanced. Leptin signals satiety while ghrelin stimulates hunger. Without sleep, ghrelin spikes and leptin drops, creating cravings for high-calorie, sugar-laden foods. This is why long-term sleep disruption is closely linked to obesity. Mood also begins to falter. Small irritations become magnified and your ability to focus diminishes. Activities that were previously enjoyable start feeling mundane or even frustrating. By now, your brain is starting to shut down minor cognitive processes to conserve energy, laying the foundation for the zombie-like mental state that follows. Scientific insight. Research from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that even partial sleep deprivation disrupts insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism, raising the risk of diabetes over time. This explains why fatigue often coincides with sudden cravings for sugary foods. Your brain is desperate for quick energy sources. Day 3. Pleasure shutdown and cognitive collapse. By day 3, sleep deprivation begins to attack the core of your emotional and cognitive functioning. Your brain's production of serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals responsible for pleasure, motivation, and mood regulation, declines sharply. Consequently, your favorite food tastes bland. TV shows, video games, and hobbies lose their appeal. Sexual drive plummets. This condition, known as anhedonia, makes life feel flat and meaningless. Social interactions suffer as empathy diminishes. Even basic emotions like joy or anger become difficult to express. Physically, your coordination suffers. Weightlifting, typing, or even walking may become cumbersome. The body is no longer able to maintain precise motor control, and the risk of accidents increases. Real-life insight. Soldiers in combat zones often experience similar cognitive flattening during extended operations without rest, sometimes leading to reckless decisions or extreme violence, underscoring the connection between sleep loss and impaired judgment. Day 4, extreme exhaustion and the emergence of micronaps. Day 4 is characterized by acute hormonal imbalance, severe fatigue, and gastrointestinal issues. Appetite may diminish to almost nothing while the digestive system struggles to process food properly. Minor movements like walking across a room feel monumental. The brain starts forcing micronaps, brief, uncontrollable periods of sleep ranging from a few seconds to a minute. These occur without warning and can happen during simple tasks like standing or sitting. At this point, driving is extremely dangerous. Your level of impairment rivals that of severe alcohol intoxication. Health note: physical exhaustion is compounded by toxin accumulation in the brain. Neurotoxic byproducts of daily brain activity aren't cleared effectively, increasing oxidative stress and inflammation. This accelerates mental fatigue and heightens susceptibility to mood disorders. Day 5, critical cognitive breakdown. By the 5th day, your cognitive capacity is critically impaired. Micronaps occur even during active tasks. Memory formation and recall are nearly impossible as your synapses fail to repair. Emotional regulation collapses, plunging you into deep depression and anxiety. Attempts to self-medicate with stimulants, caffeine, or alcohol backfire, further destabilizing your nervous system. Endorphin and opioid deficiencies amplify pain perception, meaning even minor aches feel intolerable. Scientific insight: studies show that after 5 days without sleep, individuals exhibit cognitive impairments equivalent to a blood alcohol content (BAC) of 0.1% above the legal driving limit in most countries. This is why no one should attempt extended wakefulness. Judgment, reflexes, and motor skills are catastrophically compromised. Day 6, hallucinations and paranoia. Day 6 introduces full-blown hallucinations. Sensory misperceptions, seeing people who aren't there, hearing sounds without source, become frequent. Your brain begins misfiring as it struggles to compensate for extreme sleep deprivation. Memory distortion is also rampant. False memories can form and feel real, leading to confusion about past events or conversations. The immune system is now dangerously weakened, leaving you vulnerable to infections. Minor injuries may worsen as the body cannot effectively repair tissues without slow-wave sleep. Historical case study: Randy Gardner, a high school student in 1964, stayed awake for 11 days for a science experiment. Monitored by sleep researcher Dr. William Dement, Gardner experienced severe cognitive and motor impairment, mood swings, paranoia, and hallucinations, yet recovered fully after a prolonged sleep, illustrating both the brain's resilience and its limits. Day 7, the edge of madness. By the 7th day, your body is on the brink. Micronaps dominate daily activity. Cognitive and emotional functioning is profoundly impaired. Sensory hallucinations, paranoia, and disorientation are constant. Without intervention, death becomes a genuine risk. The Guinness World Records no longer tracks sleep deprivation attempts because the health consequences are so severe. Prolonged sleep deprivation disrupts every major system: neurological, cardiovascular, metabolic, and immune. Real-world implication: sleep deprivation is even used as a form of enhanced interrogation due to its ability to induce disorientation, extreme suggestibility, and dissociation. While this may temporarily lower resistance, cognitive output is drastically reduced, emphasizing the destructive impact of sustained sleeplessness. The science of sleep and recovery. Sleep is not optional, it's fundamental to human survival. Across 7 days of no sleep, the brain fails to consolidate memories, detoxify, and regulate emotions. Hormonal imbalances create extreme fatigue, appetite dysregulation, and emotional instability. Micronaps emerge as a desperate survival mechanism. Cognitive and motor skills deteriorate to near-complete dysfunction. Hallucinations, paranoia, and immune collapse become inevitable. Recovery: even after extreme sleep deprivation, recovery is possible. Slow-wave sleep during recovery is critical. Randy Gardner's case shows that after 11 days awake, extended sleep restored cognitive and physical function, though prolonged deprivation increases the risk of long-term mental illness. Expert insight: Dr. Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep, emphasizes that humans cannot survive more than roughly 10–14 days without sleep without risking permanent physiological and cognitive damage. Sleep is essential for life itself. It repairs, restores, and protects. Key takeaways. Sleep is a nightly maintenance process essential for brain detoxification, memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and overall health. Lack of sleep leads to hormonal imbalance, appetite disruption, cognitive decline, emotional flattening, hallucinations, and immune suppression. Micronaps are the brain's emergency mechanism but provide insufficient restoration. Prolonged sleep deprivation beyond a week can be fatal. Recovery is possible, but chronic sleep deprivation increases long-term health risks.